Hey guys, welcome back. This is Chosen Arctic, and today we're going to be diving headfirst into some Mekanism to make some plastic. So, I hope you guys are ready. So today I'm getting started right now with working my way towards a purple slime chicken, because this guy is going to produce the purple slime balls that I'm going to need, and then I can actually work my way to the night slime chicken, which I'm definitely going to need. So the night slime chicken is going to be a pig iron chicken mixed with a manulan chicken. The pig iron chicken is going to require a aridite chicken, which, boy, this looks like a rabbit hole to get to. Or we could just make this ourselves. It might be easier to do, simply because this might take a while to get to. Night slime is not that hard to get, though. We do already have purple. So let's get, let's see, slime. We already have a purple slimy sapling. We may need more than one, but I'm going to try this one right now. I guess we can use the acceleration one. That will probably work. I need to go grab my battery back out of here. There we go. We have a little bit more power stored in there. Head back up here. And let's kind of get to work on this. So this should be a big enough room, right? And let's acceleration one this. Okay. So, let's hope we get something good out of this. Does it have to naturally spawn break? Okay, so we did get... Okay, so we got a couple slimy balls. So that's good. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Perfect. Now, I could put this thing inside of a bonsai pot and grow it that way as well, but this is probably going to be just as fast, since I did get quite a few slime balls out of it. Oh, maybe not. I think we actually get the block form from it if we do use a bonsai pot. So, how much clay do I have? I have a few. I have a few pieces of clay. Let me go ahead and cook up some. I just think doing this manually is probably going to be the best option. I thought I had an octetic capacitor over here, but I guess not. Alright, so let's get that going. Let's get some clay cooking. It's going to take just a second. And we're going to need a bonsai pot. So a hopper. Good, I think we have everything for this. Let's get this guy made. Bonsai pot and a crate. Chest. Anything will work at this point. Okay, so we'll take this, throw that over here. We are going to need a chest. And I'm just going to throw the slimy dirt onto the top. So, throw that in there. Throw that inside and give this a few whacks. And get this thing going. And there we go. We have quite a few of the slime balls growing up inside there. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. Okay, so working our way towards the transmutation table again. That's what we're doing. Project D is what we're working towards. So, once we get to here, we should be getting pretty close. Pretty close. I'm still waiting on my draconic stuff to build up so I can make more power. And then we should be good. And then we're going to work on the pixie dust, which should be pretty easy once we start getting into Botania, which will take one episode, I think, to get that going. So, night slime is what I'm working on today, right? So, casting table. Molten night slime is going to require iron, liquid slime, and seared stone. So, molten iron, liquid purple slime, and seared stone. That's really easy. That's going to be probably the easiest thing to set up. So let's grab half a stack of stone, iron. We're not going to need that much of, and the slime. So I'm going to get the slime going in first. I think that'll probably be the easiest to do. Get the slime in first, kind of do a mixture of each. And kind of take a look at the mixture. Let's make sure that we don't have anything in here, right? Okay, nothing's in here. We can also speed this whole thing up as well. So, the slime. Making night slime. Okay, so 1 iron, about 1, I guess that's 1 and 2 stone. So 1 to 1 on the iron, right? Because this equals, well, I guess it's 2 to 1. 2 slime balls to 1 iron. Because the iron's going to equal, I think 72 is equal to 1. Right? No, 144. So it is, it's 2 or 1 iron to 1. We'll figure this out. I'm sure you guys already know. And then how much does this give us? It gives us 72. So 144. And then the total recipe 144. So 2 stone. A little bit more than, I guess, 1, right? Because that's 200 and... Yeah. It's going to be pretty much 2. And 1 iron. Half an iron. Somewhere around there. Alright, so that's kind of a recipe, I guess. So 1 to 1, basically. And then 2 stone to fill that out. So 18. And then we'll get that going. We'll see how that goes. Now, I should be able to acceleration wand that. Oh yeah. That goes a lot faster. And look at there. Look at that liquid night slime, right? We have night slime building up in here. We have 4 ingots worth. And it looks like we need more stone. And 8 ingots of night slime. That was pretty easy. So that should hopefully cast out. Yes. I just had to turn it back on. And there it goes. So we should have some automated night slime going. Look at that. Night slime. I don't know if that is on the list of items to achieve, but it should be, because that's it's not that hard of a recipe, honestly. Well, let's take a look. So, extreme crafting. So we've done that, right? And we only needed 8 of them, so we now have all 8. Now we technically need to start working on this HDPE plastic, which we're going to have to get into a mod that I'm not that fond of. I'm not a big fan of Mekanism. I never liked the mod, so getting into it is something that I'm not that fond of. But I'll have to do it because I've got to do it. I've got to do it. So, to get into Mekanism, we got to get into a few things. All right. Let's pop in all this stuff into our storage. Let's open up some of these crates. These crates are the crates that we basically have from completing the Draconic stuff thus far. Ooh, a tier 1 pin or tier 3 pendant. That's good. Overclockers. Those are really nice as well. Cryo-stabilized flux ducts. Those are nice. Alright, all this is some goodies, so I'm going to throw that in there. Okay. So, Mekanism. To get to the plastic, let's take a look at everything we're going to need. HO... Is that plastic? Anyways. HDP sheets. So we're going to need these HDP pellets, which come from a substrate. We're pretty much going to need a bunch of these pressurized reactor chambers, I do believe. It's been a while since I've done this, so this is going to be a little bit to remember. But it shouldn't be too much to get this set up. Alright. So, here's our sheets. To get the pellets, we need a PRC, pressurized reactant chamber, with liquid ethylene and oxygen. Ethylene is going to come from the concentration. So, rotary. And first of all, we just got to get started with Mekanism. Let's just get started with Mekanism, right? So, one thing we're going to need is an enrichment chamber. That's like one of the, or not enrichment chambers. What is it called? Here I am going to be dumbfounded because I haven't played with this this mod in quite a while. Let's see if I can, how much I can actually remember. There we go, a Metallurgic Infuser. That's what we need. So, Metallurgic Infuser We're also going to need, we can use any sort of power, so we're actually going to use our points to power this. And then we also need, well, let's just get this thing going first. Let's place this, oh, man, I don't really want to place it in this room, but I'm going to place it over here somewhere, trying to get it started. Let's get power hooked to this. Right? So that should accept the power, right? Output power. Energy limit, turn it off. Okay. There we go. Oh, we have power. Okay. So, yeah, power's built up in that. Let's get some redstone. And we're going to throw some redstone in there. Right here. And you can see the recipes, the different recipes that we're going to be needing. The main thing we're going to be working towards is getting the Enriched Alloy, which is redstone and iron, first. So let's get some iron. And throw that in here. And let that build up. And that's going to be really noisy. That's just because of how it is. Oh, I broke off some of this. Oh well, we'll worry about that later. I'm not too concerned at the moment. Let's just grab some iron, right? That's what we're going to be working towards. It looks like I was pretty low on iron, so I definitely need to get that going. Oh, you just have a basic capacitor in here? Pretty sure I have... I thought I had an octadic capacitor. There we go. So yeah, that thing is really loud. So I'm going to get a muffler. Just for that. There is ways to muffle it other than using a sound muffler. Let's see. I'm just going to use a sound muffler. Good old-fashioned sound muffler. That should do the trick. Oh, wait. No, it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. Oh, we're going to need a sound dampener, I'm guessing. I'm going to use this, because this should work. If we remember correctly. Because otherwise, this is going to be absolutely bonkers. Okay. Let's record the sound. Open it up. Place this in here. And it should be... You know what? It might not actually be in here. Because it runs off of its own thing. Oh, we are going to have to do that. We are. Okay. So let's go to Mechanism. And here's the upgrades. So here's the muffling upgrades. So we need steel blend in order to do this. Or steel. So. Some steel ingots. Just going to use them. And we're going to just crush them up. Right now. To get some steel blend. Oh man. Is this just going to get annoying if I don't do this? So we should have some of those parts that I was needing, right? The enriched alloy thing. Should be able to do that. And that's 4 upgrades. We can pop into the upgrades section. Place them in there, and that should lower the sound of this thing. Bit by bit. Oh, that's much better, much more bearable. Oh, 4 of them and it's gone. So yeah, that sound drives me bonkers. Drives me up the wall. So yeah, that is really, really annoying. So, osmium. Let's take some osmium. We're going to grind some of that up as well. because we're going to need some of that for some speed upgrades. I'm not too worried about sound, I'm just worried about speed upgrades. So we're going to hop in and get that done. There we go. Alright, let's get some speed upgrades going. Should dramatically increase everything else, so I guess we need more of this, which is fine. Let's throw that in there. That'll help with the speed. Two more. We'll get some more speed in here. And that should be a bit better. Okay, so now that we have some of that, we should be able to get into a few separate things. So let's start looking at this plastic again. So let's get down to making the substrate itself. We need to make the substrate. So I guess we can use biofuel inside the pressurized reaction chamber with hydrogen and water. And I guess it produces ethylene. So this process produces a little bit of ethylene. And we need to make biofuel. To get that, we need a crusher and some kind of plant matter. So let's make a crusher. I think we're going to need some of that to make the crusher. So let's get a crusher. We're going to need some of these. Okay, so osmium is what we're going to need to switch this out with. And that's why those speed upgrades, of course, come in handy. Make another speed upgrade while we're here. Just to make this thing even faster. It is going to be very energy heavy. That is for sure. There we go. That's going to make the two components we need for the crusher. And the crusher we're going to hook up with a flex point as well. So there we go. And voila. Voila, we are good to go. Alright, so we need to make a steel casing, which requires some steel. We can get steel from Ender.io, correct? I think so. Yeah, we need pulverized coal and iron. So let's just go ahead and throw this together in the alloy smelter. Let that sort of do its thing. We're going to need that very soon. Alright, I'll let that work out for a second. What else do we need? 2 buckets of lava. So let's grab a bucket. I don't know why the crusher requires lava, but it does, so we'll just come and grab a bucket of it, I guess. And then we just need redstone. That's about it. So all we're missing is our casing, which literally just requires some steel. Right, some steel and a piece of osmium. And voila, we now have a crusher. Alright, let's get some coal. I need to get a bunch of coal crushed up because I noticed that we are running low on it. Alright, let's place this guy down. Throw a point on him, or it. And output. That should be getting some power. And now what we're going to do is feed it some plant matter. Why not a bunch of acacia saplings? Right? And that's going to be really loud. Yeah. Okay, so with that being loud, let's pull out of one of these upgrades. Right? I think we can. Can't we pull it out? Yes, we can. We'll at least knock the sound down just a little bit. This one's not as bad as that humming noise. That humming noise is pretty bad. Okay, so we have the biofuel. And remember, we were going to take the biofuel and put it in a PRC. The PRC is going to require some tanks, which are actually pretty cheap. So let's look up the PRC. So the pressurized reaction chamber, that's going to require some steel. It's going to require an enrichment chamber, which is going to require even more steel. Let's make sure we have enough steel. It looks like we do. At least to make our first PRC. So there's that. We need to make the enrichment chamber. So we're just literally missing these two pieces. Right? And then we need a tank, which is going to require more steel. And we need steel for that, and we need 2 of these tanks. 2 of the empty gas tanks. Perfect. So all we're waiting on now is steel. And that's being processed over here. Yep, we're waiting for pulverized. Awesome. So, yep, that's all being processed right now. Let's go ahead and throw that there. I think that's about it, right? That's all. We need the crushed osmium. Let's take that with us. And the steel blend. Okay. So, things are working. Things are definitely working. 4 more, that's definitely enough to make this thing. So, last but not least, this, we need the enrichment chamber to go in there, and now we have a pressurized reaction chamber. Awesome. Let's place that there. Now, these things have specific places that they want to accept fluids. So the yellow, it doesn't actually show on here. We have to find transport. I think we need to tell it what side things go into. Can't remember exactly the best way to do this. But one side we need water, so let's get a sink. A sink is going to be our best way of getting water. So let's get some clay. There we go. And a bucket. And we should be good there. Let's get a furnace. And some coal. Oh, I already have my furnace here. Okay, good. Let's just throw that in there real quick. And we'll get that all processed up. Alright. So, back to Mekanism. Fun. We're gonna need to start producing, like, oxygen and stuff. So I think we need, like, what is it called? An electric... Say, electrolytic separator, that's right. And we're going to need a little bit of something. So let's get this going. Right, hopefully we have all this dust. So we need gold dust and iron dust. Gold and iron. Easy does it. I think I have some iron dust, so I'm going to work on the gold first. And we should be getting pretty close. Now, this guy should produce oxygen, which is something we're definitely going to need, and hydrogen. So with power, water turns into hydrogen and oxygen. Oxygen is used inside this to convert over, and then the liquid ethylene should be produced. We can do it this way, but it's also generated from... Well, I guess it's only generated from... Yeah, because it doesn't really show any other way. It's generated whenever you start to process some of this biofuel. Right? And that biofuel should be starting to work pretty good. Alright. That should be enough. That's some gold. Let's get a little bit of iron just so we have it. Electrolytic separator. I guess we don't have the iron, so good thing I threw that in there. Now we do. Perfect. So, electrolytic separator on the way. And we need that sink. There we go. With a bucket of water, which I had a bucket. We need to grab some water. And now we have an unlimited water source. Okay. Let's take a fluid conduit and let's get this thing routed. So, the pressurized chamber. Let's take a look at that. So, let's get into plastic, right? we need to make the substrate. The substrate's going to require water and hydrogen in order to turn this biofuel over. Alright, well we know we can get hydrogen from an electrolytic separator, which is this guy right here. Right? And I think each side throws its fluids in different directions, so we need to make sure how figure out how we're setting this up. Throw this thing around. They're really weird on how the actual piping and stuff works. Let's throw this back one more. There we go. Alright, and we'll give this thing some power. Well, I mean, I guess it already has power, but we still need to feed it power. And then this is going to need power as well. And we also are going to need some more points. So there we go. Alright, so with this, let's give it some water. And I think we can feed it water directly to the front. Yes. Man, is that a horrible noise. Alright, so this is automatically set to insert. Oh boy, that is rough. Okay. I'm going to turn that down for you guys, but for me, I'm here it all the way. Let's grab our Yeta wrench, because I know we're going to need it. And we're going to make some more of the fluid conduits. There we go. Alright, muffler. Man, that is rough. Let's go ahead and make more of those. I wish we got those as a gift. Oh, man. That couldn't actually get any worse sounding. That helps a little bit. The sound goes down a lot. Alright, so we're producing some biofuel. This is producing oxygen and hydrogen. Now, we need to route the hydrogen to this side. I think now we need to get into some mechanism cables. Or mechanism pipes, because Mekanism actually has its own pressurized pipe system. Right here. These are mechanical pipes. We need to do... Usually they're right here. Yeah, they're really hard to see. So we have pressurized pipes, which carry gases. There, the sound went away. Which carry gases. And I think we might be able to use fluid pipes. I don't know. So basically, I am being a derp. I need this gas that is being produced here. I need this to actually be turned into a fluid using the rotary condenser. Yeah, I cannot believe I forgot how to make plastic. It's been so long. But what we can do is set this to extract here. It's going to go inside the rotary condenser. It's going to be turned into the liquid version. Let's get... Oh man, let's get a point on this. So it has some power. Maybe not. I don't know how this works then. Can we not give it power? Maybe once it stops working. It looked like it just used up my points. Oh, I never pulled them out of my inventory. There we go. Now it's going. Okay, so to set this thing back up, let's try this again. So I have the electric separator. This needs to actually go down. And it also needs to go around. And needs to hook up to the side of this machine. I know, very twisty-turby, confusing. Let's actually break that. I don't want it going in there. So I need it going in here to fill up the hydrogen. Now the water, that can be transferred up top We're going to put that around. I don't think it can go in the front. Can it? I guess it can. It can go in the front. So we can fill that with water in any direction, I guess. This is what's important, though. We need this liquid ethylene going over here. And then we're going to put a tube here. Pressurized tube. This should be the output side, I think. Yeah, this should be the output side. For the rotary condenser. We might be able to actually... Oh, it might actually get extracted from the top. Let's see. Yeah, I think it gets extracted from the top. That's okay. We're going to take our other rotary, or our other condenser, or pressurized reaction chamber, in other words. Let's take this guy, make sure he gets some power. And yeah, we're gonna put the power somewhere else on this. How's that? There we go. And yes, we're gonna route this liquid from the top into the side of this machine. At least I hope. Insert, extract, always active. Alright, we're gonna have to, I think, route it around. Right? Will that go? That is the question. We need to disable all of these, I guess. Alright, it doesn't seem like it's pulling out of there. So maybe we can try something different. Will our pressurized fluid pipe go here? No. Man, it's so difficult sometimes to get this thing to go the way we want it. Toggle operation? No, we want to go in that way. I mean, we could get a bucket going here, but I don't want that. That is an output port for fluids. And I'm pretty sure the Pressurize also works with fluids, right? Pump capacity, pump rate, 64 millibuckets a tick. Gases. Oh, only accepts gases. Okay. So, Mekanism. Let's get back to Mekanism. Let's find the ones that actually accept fluids. That it will accept fluids. Okay, so the mechanical pipe. Ultimate mechanical pipe, elite, advanced, basic mechanical pipe. That makes a whole lot of sense. And there we go. We should be able to take the configurator, set this to extract. And that should go in there. And then we can also take the oxygen, and we can pipe that from over here. We need another pipe. There we go. And that should be ready to go. All we gotta do is put the substrate in here and let the substrate be processed. And then we get HDPE pellets. Wow, that was a process. Man, oh man, did that take a good while. So, let's see. Let's take some potatoes. Can potatoes be processed in here? Inside this? I think so. I think potatoes are actually a pretty good reactor. Yeah, you get 4 for a potato. And then we can throw that in there and get that processing. Sweet, we're getting the pellets now. So once we get all of the plastic we need to get this transmutation table, I am totally breaking this thing down. This automation is not staying here. There is no way I'm gonna leave this automation here. Well, it's semi-automated because we don't have this automatically piped into this. I don't want to at this point, because it should be pretty easy to automate, or pretty easy to keep up with. But as you can hear, everything kicks back on. Man, is that loud. That is loud as all get out. But it is working. It is working. This is staying running. We're getting our pellets. Let's take our pellets and make our first plastic. And there we go. HPD, or HDPE sheets. I don't think there's a mechanism. Yeah, is there? No. Yeah. So, that's basically it, in a nutshell. So, I hope you guys enjoyed today's Mechanism little playthrough. I'm not a big fan of Mechanism, so I hope you guys enjoyed anyways. If you did, don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also give this video a thumbs up, guys. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome, and as always, thanks for watching.